Hey everybody, I'm going to do a like a little tutoring how-to video here on doing homework. Um, regardless of what course you're in, I want to use this BA 310 example here. But regardless of what course you're in, one of the assumptions, and well, it's not an assumption, it's kind of a requirement for taking college courses, regardless of Bryan or wherever you're at. One of the assumption is that a student is spending at least 10 hours a week per course. I realize that sometimes this is difficult, and so a lot of students uh, finding the time to do that, but that is part of the learning process. And a lot I've also found out is that because students do not spend that time, that's why they have problems doing homework because they just don't know the answers. Generally, most of us study habits. Different things work for different people. Uh, but for me, like reading a chapter twice. If there's slides that go with it, going over those a couple, 3 times and doing it over a period of time, not on, a 3-hour block on a Sunday night. You're not learning it that way, and you end up probably putting in more time trying to find answers for homeworks and quizzes and things like that. So real quick here, I'm going to try and go over how to do that. So everybody should know how to get to their textbook. So I already got the textbook pulled up in here. Um, Once you get into the textbook, you got that open. Also, how to get your presentations. So I got those already pulled up here for the 4 chapters in this particular course. And then the assignment. So you pull up what your assignment is. And so in this case, we have a review questions. So when you get into your textbook, you get to the end of the particular chapter. So in this case, we got chapter 4 questions. Review questions 1 through 10, and the assignment calls for doing questions 1 through 10. So what I generally do here is I'll just copy them and then put them into a Word document. Get a new Word document up here, and then okay, so I got a Word. I'll paste those in there. So I got all the questions ready. And so we can, I'm not going to do all these. I'm just going to show you the process of going through how we would do this. Here's a short one here. Let's do this short one. Is it better to, buy or lease a car? All right, so we'll just use that one, chapter 4. So you open up these, you enable editing up here in the top bar. And let's just say you don't know what the answer is. All right, so you go up here to find. And we're talking about leasing a car. So type in a keyword, lease, and tell it to go find it. And there we are, buying or leasing a car. So here you go. You have different options on that. And it gives you how to analyze it. So these are kind of like in that particular question, it's kind of an opinion question, but it also depends on what you're looking for. Is it financially better, or where am I at there? Trying to pull up my Word documents here. Here. So is it better financially to buy or lease? Okay, so that can be your personal, in that case it'd be personal, but you're talking about, long-term, short-term, depending on what the goals are. But so that's how you would find the answer, and then of course you just type in what your answer is. Here's another one, relationship between present and future value. Okay, so we go, let's go into the add text, chapter 4 here. So we're in chapter 4. So let's just type in like something like future. I gotta get rid of that one. Future value, and then hit the search. So this is like, say again, if you don't know what it is, if you don't know the answer, and then you just kind of scroll down here and you look for your future value. And there's you'll probably have several options to look at. But here, let's do this present value because that's part of the question too. So here it gives you a little answer of what present value is. So there's a couple things. You could copy this onto your page and find what future value is, and kind of do it that way. So I mean, there's a couple ways you can do it. You go into the slides again, on chapter 4. You can do on this look thing, you just type in future value, you go find, and there you go. So you got your definition. So again, you can copy this, put it on your page, and then rewrite it. One other another way to do it would be, where is my, dun, dun, dun. Another way to do it would be, you could use Google. Copy that, go into your browser, open up a new tab, and then type, paste it in, see what it comes up with. And then you can compare to what you found in the text or in the slides. Because some questions, depending on what course you're in, you might have two different answers, and we're looking for the answer that's in your textbook, not what's on Google. But this is another way to define it. You can, click on, whichever one might apply, and it might give you some definitions, and if that's right. The thing the thing here though is you can copy this and put it on your paper, but then you need to retype it and then delete what you copied, because you can't be copying somebody else's stuff. But you can look at it, and then write your definition of it. So that's the other thing to be, pay attention to. So so that's a short, that's kind of a short version on how to, how to, look up homework. Again, part of the, if you're not spending that, the time reading, sometimes I'll have a student who wants to be tutored, and we get face to face, and I say, okay, and the first question is, okay, so you read chapter 3 or whatever it is, and usually it's, well, yeah, not really, because I can sit here and we can go back and forth, like, here, okay, so this is how we're going to find the answer. So again, it's different if you're having a problem understanding, like if we're doing a math course and you're just not getting how to do the algebra part or something like that. And then there's also the reading part. Okay, you have to read something and then, pull out, the definition, or like just right here. This is the definition of present value. Okay, so if your question was about, well, what is present value? Here it is. And then you just pull this out, write what you think it is. Don't write what Google thinks it is. We want to know what you think it is. So, all right. So anyway, okay, so I've been going here about 7-8 minutes. Like I say, this is just a little, maybe give you a pointer, because I find out students sometimes just don't know how to look up something within their text or the slides. And that's big. If you know how to look it up, then that's a big, big point right there. So just learning how to navigate. And again, learning how to navigate the textbook, that takes a little bit of time too. So the time, the problem is time. Sometimes students just don't have time. And when you ask for help, always give the help. But if you don't have time, the help doesn't help, I guess, or it might help a little bit. But again, you have to put the time in, and not just on a Sunday evening for an hour or two. So I preach, those of you that are in my courses, I preach about, it's a daily thing. If you're a coffee person, you do that coffee every day. If you're a parent, you look after your kid every day. You don't wait till Sunday. Same thing with school. It's something you have to do every day, so that you're learning the material, comprehending it, just like a job, whatever job you happen to be on. It takes time to learn that job. It took you time to learn that job. You didn't just go in one day and were expected to be an expert at it. So same principle and concept there. All right, so I'll leave it at that. And any questions in the future, get in touch with me, and we'll call it quits. There it is. Take care.